Hey guys, it's Jeff from Foxhill Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple budget crawfish trap out of a 1-gallon jug, a utility knife, and some zip ties.
Thanks for stopping. Thumbs up.
Alright guys, so the credit to this video goes out to Ace Videos. If you're not subscribed to Ace Videos, his channel's got like 800,000 subscribers. I was sitting at work today and I had the random thought of, man, I would like to really catch some crawfish and actually eat them. I grew up calling them crawdads or mud bugs, and we only used them for bait, whether it be for bass or for catfish. I grew up catching them by hand, catching them with a net, catching them with one of these two-piece style traps. This one's actually for minnows. And then also I have this old cage trap. This thing needs a little bit of work, so I'm not using that today, and that's what prompted this video. It's as simple as a 1-gallon jug. So in Ace's video, he breaks down the type of bottle you want to use. I'm just going to tell you straightforward. Go to the dollar store, buy you a Hawaiian punch jug. It's like $1 or $1.50, something like that, $2, I don't know. It's really cheap. Buy this, and this is all you need. Just get all the paper off of it from the label. You don't even need the lid. So for starters, I'm going to come to this top line right here, and you're going to cut all the way around. You're going to make sure you have a nice sharp utility knife. Cut all the way around. I'm going to do that now. Alright, so the top has been removed from the main portion of your container. All you do is you flip it upside down, and then you're going to fit it down in there nice and snug, just like that. Not sure how well you guys can see that, but just like that is all you're going to do. So for the most basic version of this trap, if you don't have a drill, you can just use your utility knife, and you're going to poke a hole on each side and then secure that with a zip tie. I do have a drill, so for the sake of simplicity and safety, I'm just going to use the drill, and I'm going to drill a hole through each side of this to secure it with my zip ties. Okay, so I have my holes drilled, put my zip ties through, secured them. I decided to only go with 2 zip ties, one on opposite sides, and that is very secure. It's not going to go anywhere. Alright, so next, all we have to do is cut out a hatch on the side. That way we can retrieve the crawfish after they've been caught. Okay, so right there, you can see our little latch. And I took my drill and I drilled 2 holes, one on each side of this little latch here. So I'm actually going to loosely put a zip tie in there once we have our bait in there and it's ready to go in the water. So because I live on a farm, one thing I decided to do was I brought some old baling twine, and I drilled an extra hole into my trap, and I'm just going to run this through and tie it off. That way I can tie it off to a root on the bank side, and I don't have to worry about it drifting away with the water. So for my bait, I'm just using some chunk light tuna. It's really cheap, I don't know, like 60 cents a can. I decided to put the whole can in there, and now that I've done that, I'm actually going to secure this lid down with our zip tie, and then we'll be ready to hit the creek. Alright folks, and now we're down in the creek, got my trap with me. One thing that I forgot to mention to you guys before we got down here was I actually did drill holes on either side of this trap. That way we can allow water to enter the trap. It's less likely to float to the surface and then try and float away. So I got all my twine, got a good spot right back here with some roots. I jumped several dozen crawfish in the 20-yard stretch from where I parked to where I am now. This is the first root system that I found. So I'm going to tie this off, set it down in the water, give it a couple hours, and we'll come back and see how we did. Okay, so I have more than enough line. It's going to be really obvious. If somebody was to come to this part of the creek and go fishing, they would definitely be able to tell that something's here. It's not inconspicuous at all. That's why I'm not going to be leaving this overnight. I'm literally going to be leaving this here for just a few hours. Right now it's 4 o'clock. I might leave it 3 hours at the most. I'll come back and we'll see how it did. Alrighty folks, just got back to the creek. It's been almost exactly 3 hours since I put that trap down there in the water. So let's climb down this little bank and go check our trap. See all the coon tracks. Here's our twine. Whoa, almost fell. Well, I can see at least a couple. Oh yeah. Let this water drain out. One really good size one, a little minnow. Looks like there's just the one big crawdad. That's a big one though. That is a really good one. Cool. Let me open this thing up and show you the one we caught. Okay, just cut that zip tie off. That is a good sized crawdad. I wish he would unfold that tail, but it's a good size. It's weird, he's got one really large pincer, and then on his left side he's only got a teeny tiny little thing. I'm satisfied with catching one, to be honest with you. I was just hoping on the way back over here, I was like, man, I hope I just have one, just one at least. And it turned out to be a good one. I did put that further down in the water. It was pretty deep, and where I was spooking all these crawfish off the bank, they were shallow, less than 6 inches of water. I put mine in probably about 1.5 feet, 2 foot of water. So one thing that I learned from this experience with this particular trap is I would definitely use something that has a little more substance to it for a bait. So maybe like chicken gizzards or something like that. That tuna fish just didn't hold together as well as I would have liked for a bait to hold together. So I think next time I do this, if I come down here and I plan on fishing for a few hours around here, I'll bring 2 or 3 more traps. I'll make sure I use something like chicken gizzards. That way it stays together, has a little bit more time, and I won't put it so deep into the water. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Foxhill Outdoors. Hope you guys found this interesting and useful. I'm so glad that I did this video, and next time you guys see me using the traps to catch crawfish, we'll be doing a catch and cook. Make sure you guys check out my second channel. This is my family's homestead channel, Foxhill Homestead. It'll be on the screen right now. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to this channel as well. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.